Chapter 20, and these are the names of the Kodesh messengers who watch. Yoriel, one of the Kodesh messengers. Good guys. Kodesh messenger means, remember? Dedicated to one only, Yahweh, Elohim. Again, verse 2, Yoriel, one of the Kodesh messengers, who is over the world and over Gehinnom. You remember Gehinnom, that's hell. Raphael, again, one of the Kodesh messengers, who is over the spirits of men. Rahuel, one of the Kodesh messengers, who takes vengeance on the world of lights. Michael, one of the Kodesh messengers. You know, that's the one we think of as Michael. Michael, one of the Kodesh messengers, in order that he is appointed over the best part of mankind and over disorder. Serakael, one of the Kodesh messengers, who is appointed over the spirits who sin in the Spirit. Remember what sin is? It's getting off of Yahweh's path and walking on your own path, doing things that you think you want to do, knowing that you're doing things that Yahweh Elohim says not to do. But here, Serakael, he's a Kodesh messenger, appointed over those spirits who sin in the Spirit. These are not conducting fleshly oriented ideas of their own, like the Nephilim did, mating with women. These are spirits who are conducting ideas of their own in the spirit realm only. Verse 7, Gavriel, that's the one we usually call Gabriel, one of the Kodesh messengers, who is over paradise, and the serpents, and the cheruvim. The serpents, you know, serpent does not mean what we think, it's not snakes. He's not over snakes. Satan is called the serpent in the garden. He convinced Chava, who we usually think of as Eve, to sin against Yahweh. It's called a serpent, but in the Hebrew, the word there is nachash, and that means the shining one. So, Gavriel, one of the Kodesh messengers, verse 7, who is over paradise, and the shining ones, and the cheruvim, cherubs, we would think of. And then verse 8, Ramael, one of the Kodesh messengers, whom Elohim appointed over those who rise. Chapter 21, and I proceeded to where matters were disordered, and I saw there some horrible matter. I saw neither a Shamayim above, nor a firmly founded earth, but a place disorderly and horrible. Verse 3, and there I saw 7 stars of the Shamayim bound together in it, like great mountains and burning with fire. Then I said, for what sin are they bound, and on what account have they been cast in here? Then spoke Yoriel, one of the Kodesh messengers, who was with me, and was chief over them, and said, Hanok, why do you ask, and why are you eager for the truth? These are of the number of the stars of the Shamayim, which have transgressed the command of Yahweh, and are bound here till 10,000 years. The time entailed by their sins are ended. Those are the ones that were mentioned in chapter 18, verses 15 and 16. Verse 7, and from there I went to another place, which was still more horrible than the former. And I saw a horrible matter, a great fire there which burnt and blazed, and the place was divided as far as the abyss, being full of great descending columns of fire. Neither its extent or magnitude could I see, nor could I guess. Then I said, how fearful is the place, and how terrible to look upon. Then Uriel answered me, one of the Kodesh Messengers who was with me, and said unto me, Hanok, why have you such fear and terror? And I answered, because of this fearful place, and because of the spectacle of the pain. And he said unto me, this place is the prison of the messengers, and here they will be imprisoned forever. That would be what you hear me talking about in the book of Revelation studies. What I call the outer darkness, often called Gehenna. You know, Gehinnom, hell, Hades, Sheol, those are all references to hell. That's hell is a temporary holding place. Gehenna, the lake of fire, the outer darkness. This is a permanent holding place. And a place where there is complete and total separation from Yahweh. A place where there is no hope of any kind. You and I can't even imagine that kind of an idea. Because no matter how bad it's ever been for us, there's always hope, isn't there? Not in Gehenna, the outer darkness, the lake of fire. And you know, you see in Revelation where Satan is cast into the abyss and chained during the millennium, during that 1,000-year period. But the two beasts in Revelation, they are cast out to the outer darkness. They are sent to the permanent prison, where during that 1,000-year millennium, Satan is locked up in Gehinnom, the temporary prison. And then come Judgment Day, at the end of the millennium, Satan is sent out to meet his buddies in the permanent place. And I can imagine what kind of a party they're going to throw for him there. So, back to Hanok, chapter 22. And then I went to another place, and he showed me in the west another great and high mountain of hard rock. And there was in it 4 hollow places, deep and wide and very smooth. How smooth are the hollow places, and deep and dark to look at! Then Raphael answered me, one of the Kodesh Messengers who was with me, and said unto me, these hollow places have been created for this very purpose, that the spirits of the beings of the dead should assemble there, even that all the beings of the children of men should assemble here. And these places have been made to receive them till the day of their judgment and till their appointed time, till the great judgment upon them. I saw the spirits of the children of men who were dead, and their voice went forth to the Shamayim and petitioned. And I asked Raphael, the messenger who was with me, and I said unto him, This spirit, whose is it, whose voice goes forth and petitions? Watch this. And he answered me, saying, This is the spirit which went forth from Hevel, whom his brother Cain slew. And he makes his petition against him. Who are we talking about here? Hevel is the guy that we refer to in Genesis as Abel. Cain and Abel, the story of Cain and Abel. Cain slew Abel. And he did so with a great wickedness. In the original Hebrew, it is suggested that Cain killed Abel in the manner of a ritual with a knife, a blood covenant with death, becoming a servant of darkness, that he slew him the way you cut the throat of a sheep when you are sacrificing it. So the true name of the guy we refer to as Abel, his name is Hevel. It's not a, it's just an H. H-E-B-E-L. The B is pronounced like a V. Hevel. And his brother, not Cain, but Cain. Q-A-Y-I-N. Cain. And you know, I mentioned the Cain kids earlier. Later, it occurred to me, I thought, geez, their name was Cain. And they were wicked. I wonder if they were of the seed of Cain. But anyway, check out what's going on here. Chapter 22, again, verse 7. And he, Raphael, answered Hanok, saying, This is the spirit which went forth from Hevel, whom his brother Cain slew, and he makes his petition against him. Hevel is making his petition against Cain until his seed, Cain's seed, is destroyed from the face of the earth, and his seed is annihilated from amongst the seed of men. Hevel is in this place crying out for the seed of Cain to be destroyed throughout all generations for what he did. I mean, that's Abel, Hevel. Is very upset about what happened, more than we usually give consideration to. Verse 8, Then I asked regarding it, and regarding all the hollow places, why is one separated from the other? And he answered me and said unto me, These three have been made, that the spirits of the dead might be separated, and such a division has been made for the spirits of the righteous, in which there is the bright spring of water. And such has been made for sinners when they die and are buried in the earth, and judgment has not been executed on them in their lifetime. Here their spirits shall be put aside in this great pain till the day of judgment and punishment and torment of the accursed forever, and retribution for their spirits. Hevel has to wait. There he shall bind them forever. And such a division has been made for the spirits of those who make their petition, who make disclosures concerning their destruction when they were slain in the days of the sinners. See, again, it's referring to Hevel's destruction. He was destroyed, right? And yet he lives. Verse 13, such has been made for the spirits of men who were not righteous, but sinners, who were complete in transgression, and of the transgressors they shall be companions, but their spirits shall not be slain in the day of judgment, nor shall they be raised from there. Then I barach Yahweh of esteem and said, Baruch be Adonai, Yahweh of righteousness, who rules forever. Chapter 23. From there I went to another place to the west of the ends of the earth. And I saw a burning fire which ran without resting and did not cease from its course day or night, but regularly. And I asked, saying, what is this which does not rest? Then Rahuel, one of the Kodesh Messengers who was with me, answered me and said unto me, this course of fire, which you have seen, is the fire in the west, which pursues all the lights of the Shamayim. Chapter 24. And from there I went to another place of the earth, and he showed me a mountain range of fire, which burnt day and night. And I went beyond it and saw 7 magnificent mountains, all differing from the other. And the stones were magnificent and pleasant, magnificent as a whole, of magnificent appearance and fair exterior. 3 towards the east, 1 founded on the other, and 3 towards the south, 1 upon the other, and deep, rough ravines, none of which joined with any other. And the 7th mountain was in the midst of these, and it excelled them in height, resembling the seat of a throne. And fragrant trees encircled the throne. And amongst them was a tree such as I had never yet smelled. Neither was any amongst them, nor were others like it. It had a fragrance beyond all fragrance, and its leaves and blooms and wood wither not forever. And its fruit is pleasant, and its fruit resembles the dates of a palm. Then I said, how pleasant is this tree, and fragrant, and its leaves are fair, and its blooms very delightful in appearance. Then answered Michael, one of the Kodesh and honored messengers who was with me, and was their leader. Chapter 25. And he said unto me, Hanok, why do you ask me regarding the fragrance of the tree, and why do you want to learn the truth? Then I answered him, saying, I want to know about all matters, but especially about this tree.